With the FFAR and the LC10 coming back, I had the great idea to put them together to build the #1 meta loadout in Black Ops 6, and it's so busted. So literally, if you like to put the enemies into a spawn trap, you like to play aggressive, you're gonna absolutely love this build. Works very well in multiplayer and in Warzone. Ladies and gentlemen, this right here is a phenomenal setup. Recently, I've been rocking the double time a lot more. I still try to mix it up and use some other things. Like the gearhead seriously does make nukes a lot easier, just because you can use the blast traps and just plant them around the map, and those really rack up pretty fast, especially when you have the assault pack. I definitely do recommend that, but this build is more of a aggressive build that you can still use in Warzone. You just gotta play somewhat aggressive, and you just have a very fast TTK with both of the weapons, and honestly, it makes just getting nukes and everything so easy on the game. So for the first attachment on the FFAR, we are going to be going over a 5 attachment build. If you want the 8 attachment one, I have a lot on my channel. So we are going to be using the compensator since we have the LC10 for those really close range like gunfights when we're moving around the map. I usually use the FFAR if I'm kind of posted up or something like that, to where I don't really want to miss any shots. I want a very consistent weapon, so I'm going to be adding the compensator. But the suppressor is still a great idea if you want to be off the radar, if you don't mind there being a little bit more recoil in the weapon. It's just for me on this build, I value the compensator a little bit more. Then for the optics, since the iron sights aren't the best given, you can then make the weapon a lot better if you don't mind the iron sights. It's just like I was saying, we're using the thing at long range, to where I really do recommend the Dofrix MF Reflex. You're going to do a little bit better in my opinion. You're going to be a little bit more consistent, especially against those better players, which we absolutely slammed today. Now, next attachment, the damage range on this gun, horrible. 16.5 meters. Another thing that's horrible, the bolt velocity, it's 600 meters per second. That is absolutely gonna mess you up, to where I was always like stuck between, do I use the reinforced or do I use the long barrel in this one? I was using the reinforced, but the extra damage range that you get with the long barrel is worth not having the best bolt velocity. Now, if you're playing Warzone, you want to use the reinforced barrel, but in multiplayer, I definitely recommend the long barrel. It's going to give you a very fast TTK. The fire rate's so fast, you're going to be doing a decent amount of damage, and the damage fall really isn't too crazy. Streamers and pro players get accused of cheating all the time, and so many people are asking them what their sensitivity is, but what most people don't realize is that majority of us are using control freaks, and they just came out with the brand new Galaxy Purple Edition, which honestly is now my new go-to ones, because they have extremely good grip, allowing me to precisely move and aim without having to worry about my thumb slipping off the sticks. Because of how the right stick is raised, it significantly increases the arc distance to add leverage and make small adjustments, giving more control over my shots. So if you want to severely increase your skill and just overall enhance your gaming experience, make sure you pick up a pair of the brand new Galaxy Control Freaks and use my link or code CBAS at checkout for a nice discount. For the next attach, you guys can probably already guess it. You know, since the fire rate's so fast, we only have 30 rounds, to where even if I'm playing search and destroy, I'll usually add the extended mag on there just so I have a little bit extra ammo. It just makes it so if you do see a couple enemies, you're not gonna die. The reload on this gun feels a little bit slower, feels a little clunky, to where the extended mag will just make it so you don't really have to worry about reloading as much. So definitely recommend tying in the extended mag with this build. Last attachment, I know I don't have the ergonomic unlocked, but I have tested out, and you know, on my other account I do have it unlocked, but on this one I still recommend the quick draw grip, just because the ADS speed isn't that fast on the gun, and if you're at long range, you kind of want to be able to like snap onto the targets. It seriously makes the gun a lot easier to use, and it's a little bit easier to hit that first shot, since you get, like, you know, if you center on the enemy, it takes a long time to ADS. By the time you're ADS, they're already going to be moving somewhere else. And so I was actually winning a lot of gunfights because of my quick draw grip. And if I was only using this as my only weapon, and I had like a pistol as my secondary, then I would use the ergonomics, so I'm a little bit better up close. But that's why we have the LC10. So if you guys do want the screenshot though, take a screenshot of this build. You guys could even take off maybe like the optic and then go over to the fire mods, add the overpressured round, so then you have a very good bolt velocity as well as a good damage range. Or you could even add the infiltrator pad, which makes it feel like that original FFAR, like super enjoyable to use. It's just for 5 attachments. I think this build, what we have, is going to be a very balanced build. Then we can use this LC10 to use up close. Now for the muzzles, like I was saying before, you want to be off the radar. If you're moving around the map, you're playing very aggressive, this is our gun that we're going to be doing that. So suppressors, you know, going to be perfect for that. And there really is no recoil in the weapon, and I proved that in the gameplay, killing some very sweaty players. Suppressor definitely is going to be the go-to thing on this gun. Now the TTK actually isn't that fast on the weapon. It's just really easy to use, and there's a pretty good damage range, to where the rapid fire, yes, it lowers our vertical recoil, control the horizontal, and our overall damage range, but it is going to be worth it because killing the enemies 14% faster, bringing the RPM past 900, definitely going to be very noticeable on the gun. Please rock it. You're going to do so much better with the rapid fire. Very is helpful. And then next up, we are going to be going over to the underbarrel, and we are not the underbarrel. We're going to be adding a magazine, since you know you don't really want to be reloading mid gun fights. So this is going to increase the ammo size from about 30 all the way up to 45. And I just want to show you guys that there is really no recoil in the weapon, even though we have the rapid fire. Like, this gun seems to be built for the rapid fire. Given if you are playing Warzone, you could do like the overpressure rounds if you want to, like, you know, make it a little bit easier to beam out the sky, but a lot of people just will expect you to absolutely obliterate them as fast as you are with that rapid fire. Then we're going to be going over to the rig up and make the gun a little bit better up close. We're going to be using the ergonomic, and this can increase the ADS, that slide to fire, that dive to fire speed, and then jumping ADS speed, allowing us to be like Usain Bolt on the map. Last attachment, a little bit up to you guys. So I actually wasn't rocking a barrel just because if we look at the bow velocity, it's already 500, and for an SMG, you don't really need more than 500. The damage range is a little bit annoying, so honestly you could do the long barrel on there, making it a little bit more versatile, but that's why I have the FFAR for those range gun fights. And since we're kind of using this thing like a very OP pistol, I'm going to be going over to the stock and adding the infiltrator stock, making myself a harder target to hit. I might have also been rocking like the Ranger underbarrel. That one's good if you know, since you can move around a little bit faster, but if you look at the strafe speed, like, they're strafing extremely fast and up close. Like, the enemies, I promise you, they cannot hit you whatsoever. And the mobility already feels pretty good on the weapon, where you don't really get any dead slides. That's why I didn't really feel like the Ranger was like super needed. So I'm getting crazy congestion. And then also another thing that makes it easier to use is using like the control freaks. We got the Galaxy ones over here. We got the Vortex ones. I kind of swap between the two, and I definitely pick up a pair of those. You'd be surprised how many of the streamers that you watch actually use those. Like, super enjoyable. And then here's the class. Again, you could take off the infiltrator, add the long barrel, or if you don't really care about the fast CTK, take off the rapid fire, add the long barrel on there. Then you got the infiltrator stock mobility, and overall you got a pretty good build. In this game, you can really build things like however you want. Like, there isn't just like one set best build in the game. Kind of depends on like the map and the mode that you're on. But with all that said, that is going to wrap it up, and let's get into the gameplay. I would love to be able to use streaks. Like, I think that makes the game so much more enjoyable, because then if you're streaking up, like, you're getting kills, it's like you're kind of working for something. On face off, I feel like there's no purpose, and like, I don't really care about the win on Call of Duty. Like, if I'm playing ranked play, I do care about the win. So basically what I'm saying is that if face off, if you could use your streaks, I would definitely play it a little bit more often. But I think actually a lot of people like that you can't use your streaks on it. I'll play this a little bit slow. Try to get a couple picks, but the TTK on this weapon is just too freaking good. Got a couple. No, I think I ran out of ammo. That person's got to get out of here. That's basically the only sweaty person on the... Well, okay, there's a couple good players on the other team, but that one's like the main one that we definitely got to get her to back out. And then we will blow her back out. Boom. There we go. I think they're all going to be spawning over here. They're probably going to go for like a nice little wallbang on me though. Except for I do have the FFAR. Wait, was that person laying down and then mounted? Nah, the mount is crazy. You don't see anybody mount. You don't see anybody mount on this game. Low-key, I feel like 10v10 should be like a standard. Unless it's just like that ADHD I've developed playing Call of Duty, that now everything has to be 10v10, so fast-paced. I don't know how we got that kill. Oh, we got the FFAR. Throw down some mines downstairs. I can't lay down. I can't move. Well, we're chilling though. We got a mine. Boom. I feel like I'm playing like a bot. Given I haven't played in a couple days, so yeah. See, there's money behind us too. See, like if you move around too much, sometimes you'll miss out on so many easy kills. There's another one right here. The fact that I accidentally hit him through the wall and that's what survived me is insane. Survived me? Helped me survive. Okay, you know what? I kind of want to go up top. I don't like 10v10. There's too much going on. Yes, 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 dude. I love beat up here. This part so OP. We're about to get the harp too. Then we have the... Okay, we don't have that much ammo, but as long as our teammates die a little bit, like I could go over there, but remember, they literally all know where I'm at. So I'm trying to play a little bit slower, let them push me, trying to let them get a little bit of confidence. Got the war machine. Teammates are taking a lot of our kills. You can shoot over there with the war machine. I just want to get this heart first. Given maybe I just use the war machine. See, I just don't know where they're at. I feel like I might die with this in my hand. But if they can get some map control... No, teammate, you can't be up here. It's a one at a time. Throw down the proximity mine. I'm gonna throw down our ammo.
Hardpoint is secure. Establish hardpoint station.
Ready to commence overflight.
teammate has a harp too.
Requesting recon above.
He's directly below me.
Using hand cannon.
Okay, I don't know the streak that we're on, but I know that we have a harp, which is absolutely huge. So I'm going to be a little bit of a loser, but I'm going to pull out the hand cannon. We're going to play somewhat aggressive.
Lockdown.
They're spawning in front of us. We're on that 26. We don't have another hand cannon, but we're fine. Teammate has a dreadnought. Jesus. I'm gonna back up a little bit. I know I'm a loser. I know. No, dude, we died one off just because of ice. Eider, mom. Yo, I try to use this thing on face-off, which it works so well on face-off. Like, genuinely, this loadout, I don't think there's a better one for face-off, but you can't build up your streak on face-off, and so I just don't really care for that mode too much. Which maybe people like that, but I liked how it was in Modern Warfare 3 where you could like get your streaks and things, because then it feels like when you're streaking up, you're actually playing. That dude just got ripped. You're playing for more of like a purpose, you know? Okay, so we got a couple people downstairs. We're gonna be up top. Oh, I forgot that you can shut these, bro. I'm always used to this map on like rank play. Okay, we're kind of shooting with this thing. We're kind of shooting. Every single one of them over here. We're gonna take out the guy in the back. Boom. There we go. James Bond. And we do simple. We do good to go. Let's get it. Gonna keep pushing forward. All we gotta do is play for this heart. And we good to go. Teammates are world starring them too, bro. These enemies, they just can't do nothing. We kind of want to let them capture some flags though, just so they have a little bit of confidence in life. So they're over here. Boom. Look inside. Boom. Rip them off. And spawns are probably going to be flipping again. So, wait, no, now that we're... No! That pissed me off. Bro, that Terminator skin? Wow, dude. I've never seen a more broken skin in God history. Like, people thought the Rose skin was bad. No, that Terminator skin's insane. Which I wish I bought it. Really wish I bought it. The skin's so good. I think we kind of fell off with our hand cannon. Okay, we got one dude in the pool. Somehow win that gunfight. This guy's still going to be out in the open. This dude laying down. We got snipers across the way. It doesn't matter. We got the FFAR. Take that. Dude, that was a nice little quad feed. Now we should be able to push up a little bit. Just with every single player. That's just, bro, this, we know the snipers are going to go up top. I think they just gave up on us. 6 shots. We're chill. Oh, my teammates, I know I keep saying it over and over, but like, they're so good that I just can't get any kills at the moment. I just can't do anything. Playing Call of Duty is like an OnlyFans. You just gotta slowly expose your body. You don't just want to throw your whole body out there at the beginning. You gotta slowly reveal it. Once the enemies just can't take advantage. And then you die. Can we... Oh, I don't have any ammo. I was like, brother, can we reload our guns, please? Thank you. Okay. Both of our guns are reloaded. And now we just sit and we funnel. Oh, we got that kill too. That was actually a huge kill right there. Okay, honestly, I kind of want to throw this up on the cat. I just feel like they're going to flank me for some reason. Pull out the hand cannon, even though we missed every single shot before with it. No! No! Inca, who are you? Buddy, no! Oh, we had that. But that was like a 26. Oh, I think it was like a 24. We didn't have that yet. See, we just got a little bit too cocky with it. I just didn't expect that guy to come out of nowhere. But honestly, I think if we didn't use the hand cannon, we would have been perfectly fine. Or if I just looked at my radar. What are these spawns, Call of Duty? They're getting better every year.
All locations secured. Hold your position.
Thank you, teammate. First time ever.
Cannon locked and loaded. War machine ready.
Bro, that's the wrap. 10 shots. That's all we need. Oh my god, there's so many of them.
TACOM, get a UAV in the air.
Did I lose my FFAR? I think I lost the I think it's gone. I think it's permanently gone.
We're losing Charlie.
Do we have a C? The hell is this C9? Why the fuck are you knifing? No! Boys, give me a nice little streak again.
They're taking C.
Agrinaldo calling in a CUAV.
Give me a nice little streak. They're all gonna be spawning over here.
Losing B.
Gonna put that war machine into his face.
Get in.
That guy's gotta back out of the game, please. Please back out.
Losing Bravo.
We're gonna call in this harp now. Wait, we already have a harp? Okay, we're chilling. Let's pull out the hand cannon
All
then.
objectives locked down. Hold those SOBs back.
We're just gonna be up here. We're just gonna be basically invincible.
Losing A.
Basically.
Stock pack has been destroyed.
I was gonna push up there, but there's no reason because yeah, spawns are gonna be flipping. So if you just keep following your teammates, it usually doesn't end up too well. This guy's gonna be up top.
Losing B.
Okay, no, teammates are. I keep saying this, but like, wow, dude,
Alpha.
wow, they are steamrolling.
Get a harp overhead.
Negative.
I think my teammates are starting to get the harps too.
Losing A.
I'd rather have a team where I can't get any kills than a team than just getting like playing against this team.
They're taking C.
Get a UAV.
We're only on the relentless. I mean, on the ruthless. We do have another. Brother, why did we call that? Is that your first nuke? Is that why we called it in so early? Is that your first nuke ever? Why do you call it in so early? Bro, no.